For those of you out there pretending to be Christians, the time of pretending is up. This is about Paula McDyer, the stingy Christian. Now, Justin McDyer, you heard about him, the bully veteran. His mother, his husband, is also a veteran. Well, my dad's a veteran, and I pretty much don't think much of him at this point. Now, I went to her house, which is covered in video surveillance. She has cameras everywhere. Evil people need cameras because they live in fear. They live in fear because they're evil. Now, she doesn't have any Christian symbols on the outside of her house. Now, what's on the inside comes out on the outside. Now, after I asked her about the water, you will hear she's polite, just like her son Justin, but she's condescending and judgmental. And she's stingy. And then she tries to tell me, in her own way, that it's pretty much my fault because I don't have a relationship with God. Now, she asked me how many gallons of water I would need, and I said about 10 gallons a week. Oh, that was a guesstimate. It wouldn't even be that much. But she lives in a nice house, and she's well off. That is one reason the Bible says rich folks will not make it to heaven, because they depend on their money, and the majority are stingy. Now, this woman preaches to me, and she is medicated. She has a bad back. Well, I have 2 bad knees, a bad back, liver, lung, heart. Yeah. Anyway, she tells me that I can get it this time after I tell her that I have a relationship with God. God told me to come here. Now, when you interfere with God and what His plans are, God will get you. When you interfere with God's people, God will get you. I am living proof God will get you. Now, she does have some common sense. She says that God uses people to help other people. Yeah, they do. Now, when I asked her, she wants me to help myself, but when I tell her, what can I do? There's a wheelchair in the back of my truck she sees, and she sees the leg braces. This woman is a stingy, evil Christian. Pretend wannabe. There's nothing Christian about her. Oh, I'm sure in her community she's an upright, standing person. But here's the truth. She told me I could get water this time. I drove off, pointed at her house, and said, I rebuke you in the name of the Lord. I didn't get water. If you go back and read the Holy Bible and you're not medicated stupid, what happened to those? Yeah. Hear it for yourself. This upright Christian citizen just outside of Sullivan, Kentucky. I tell you what, I know God still uses me because I still attract bullies. Even bullies in the boonies. June 6, 2017, I go up to Justin's mom's house. Listen to this good Christian woman. Rich, or Justin, told me I could go to get water and introduce myself and make sure I can get water when I need it. Morning, are you Paula? Yes. Hi, Paula. I'm your neighbor. Live down at Evans, and your son Justin told me I could come up and get water when I needed it, and I wanted to make sure from you, since you live here, if that was okay. How much do you need? I brought things with me. I'm going to town today, so I was going to get it in town. But I have no income at all. It's lost But it's just that you're closer than the one in town. It would probably be maybe 10 gallons a week.
Well, I can give you some.
Well, I got bottles. I got those to fill it up with.
Yeah.
And then I can just use the hose. You ain't got to do anything in the house.
Yeah, because I've got some back problems and I can't lift.
Right.
So, yeah, is that what you're going to fill up?
Yeah, but I gotta go to town and take my trash anyway. So,
Have you talked to the churches?
I got some food about 2 weeks ago. So,
why are you even out there if it's in business?
Now, let me tell you, it isn't none of her business. A Christian person would not have asked that. And then she asked me, do I have permission? A Christian person wouldn't ask that either. They would just help a person. The government just decided I was no longer eligible for benefits. She asked me, am I a vet? What difference does that make? I'm a human being asking for water. My dad was there's my husband.
Well, each time you do it, would you knock on the door and let us know?
Sure.
So, I don't want my water bill running up real high either.
Right.
But you can do it this time.
Okay. Well, now, it went from each time you do it, will you let us know, to you can do it this time. Which is it? This woman is medicated stupid. My opinion. I gotta go to town anyway, so I can get it at the church today. It's just, no meantime, you're closer, they're gonna let my gas. I don't know what I'll do with it. People have been really good, though.
Yeah.
Been really nice.
We can't depend upon them to help us. We have to depend upon God.
And that's how I'm handled here. I mean, I'm from 2 or 3 counties over. And when everything happened, I'm going to go into detail. Well, the guy said, go to Union County. I said, I don't know about Union County. He said, I said, go to Union County. Well, I did. And I landed up here, and he said, this is where I want you to stay. Don't let anybody run you off. I said, okay.
So do you have permission to stay?
Yes, I do. Now, she's a true bully. Do I have permission to stay? It's none of her business. Now, I absolutely believe that her and her son, and maybe others, teamed up to cause me trouble. Well, God don't like ugly. Listen on.
You don't need to mean to be hard-nosed, but you have so many people that come through that they don't want to help themselves.
What can I do? I have a heart condition. I can't walk. I can't stand.
I mean, I'm not giving you a hard time.
Right.
I mean, I just don't understand your circumstance.
Right.
And I don't want to be a user. I don't want you to use me.
Right.
I want you.
This rich, well-off, Christian, medicated woman doesn't want me to use her. Wow. Hell really will not be big enough. Listen on. What she doesn't understand is the devil is using her.
Depend upon God so that He can meet your need. And maybe that is sometimes through people, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's strictly dependent on God to stretch your faith so that you can really have a relationship with God and know Him personally.
Now, this lady has satellite cable. She's on medication.
She depends on doctors for her health, and she's talking to me about God?
Now, she's preaching to me, and she doesn't have a clue. When you're medicated, you're under the influence. And God says, be ye sober-minded.
I know God is a person that your brain couldn't comprehend it. Do it this time, but not no more, okay? Okay. Thank you. You have a good day. Okay.
I drove off. This woman has no empathy, no sympathy, no compassion. It is my personal, professional, expert bully opinion that she is demonic. The fruit don't fall far from the tree. Now you know the real Paula McDyer and the real Justin McDyer. They're your neighbors. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. I'm out of here. I mean, I'll still be in this part of the country. But now you know some truth, and the truth shall set you free.